What's up guys, the Imgur Gamer here and welcome back to the Jsano Fan Server. And today, I've got a few little things to show you. As for what I wanted planned for this episode, I don't think so it's going to happen. I'm very pushed for time due to exams and other things going on. But I've got mainly this done. I got most of the clay blocks because, as you know, we're going to try and design a sort of Christmas tree in the spawn. But I've got all this. This is going to be like the decorations that go on the tree. But I want the tree to be redstone as well. Like it has some sort of redstone in it where we have the light. Like we actually have like redstone lamps on there. And I have like near to no glowstone, I think. Yeah, like I've only got this much. So in the end, how many blocks is that? See, like that's not enough. We're probably going to need maybe double of that because it's going to be a big tree. I'm pretty sure we're going to need more than that. So this episode we're going to do a few little things around just the house, finishing a few things off, and I'll get to show you guys a few things that you haven't seen, and it gives me a chance to talk about a few things I haven't had a chance to talk to yet. So first of all, let's look at the exterior here. Look out the front. So the front is mainly done all around the edge here. I need to do the right hand side of the house and the back of the house. Like we got the left hand side here all done. We'll get to that in a second. So we've got all that done, that, and what I've done is I've hidden glass under green glowstone. This is where all my glowstone went. There's lots of these hidden around underneath. That's a mistake there. I think there's supposed to be a block there. I'll need to fix that. But yeah, there's some that I won't be able to cover up and some won't be there. Like I'm gonna have lamps. I need to design the lamps and that. But then it gets me onto this. I finally went and finished the custom tree. So the custom tree looks like that. I kind of want to hide the lamps a tiny bit better. I'm thinking of putting redstone lamps will be a bit darker and it will hide a bit better in there because it is a bit noticeable. But that's kind of what the house is looking like. It's starting to gain a bit of shape. I need to have a few more custom trees and bushes and things like that. Haven't really touched on that. Started to do the redstone. AFK, I believe everyone is on the server at the moment. Say hi to Beefers for me. Yeah, some of them are going to Minecon, but by the time you guys see this, Minecon will be pretty much over with. But also finish off the paths. So we got this bridge that finally links over to our boat. Just a simple kind of bridge that looks the same as the other dock, so to say. So finally linked that up. I don't know if I really showed you the interior. Really got broken beds and that, but I still need to get back and finishing the interior of this. It's just more the fact of just getting the materials. As of other things I need to show you, there has been a little bit of a nether hub change for this portal. As some of you know, I'm planning to have Posh's villages around here. Like we got all this area that we're going to have little houses and shops and things like that. But they're all going to be spread around just to make the island look like it has a bit of life. But I need to build all the buildings before I do that. But Posh has been moving, so today I was going to record it, but it was a lot of just back and forths, trying to catch them as well when they decide to run away from me because they're a bit of a pain in the ass. I transported 14 villagers. There was supposed to be 15, but when I went to his trading thing, one of them was missing, so I guess one must have died. So we got 14 villagers, and I've set up a mild little trading post sort of thing here. So if people want to still trade with them, they can. They just have to ask me for permission and all that sort of stuff because I've gone, please don't trade with any of the villagers without TMG's permission. They're easy to break and I must know who's trading with them at all times. Kind regards to the Imgur Gamer. It just keeps me, it just allows me to keep track of who's using the villagers, and I know villages can be very easy to break. You can break certain trades when you get the X through it. Oh, congrats, Posh. And then you have to max out the final trade and all that sort of stuff, and it's a bit of a pain. But there was going to be the 15th go here, but this is where the massive track that led to Posh's, and I picked up all the stuff. So that's where the 15th guy was supposed to go. We kind of got a chest room here. I ran out of quartz. I have no more quartz anymore, which is really surprising. We finally ran out. So probably after this, I'm going to do a massive quartz haul again, because this is how I want this to look like, you know, quartz. We want all this and this to look all nice. But to do that, I need the blocks and I need the quartz. So yeah, but we finally transported all the villagers. Like, we've got our infinite paper trading guy, infinite written book, infinite infinity book, which is great because my bow, I lost my bow and I died, and crappers and armor's gone. But yeah, so that's really all the big news, as in on the Jsano Fan Server, that I can think of that I've done in the past few days. A few of you probably wondering, I'll probably talk about this a bit more in depth when I eventually release another video for it. Some of you might be wondering where the Feed the Beast has gone, and I'm telling you now, I'm not ignoring it. There's been a lot of, actually just block Steve off there for now, because he can get through that. There's been a lot of grindy work, a huge amount of grindy work. I've had to do those massive ME storage systems. I've had to get massive amount of solar panels, and I've practically done, but I'm so low on resources all the time, and it's been just caving whenever I'm on. So that's why you haven't seen much, and it's because also exams, like, I would be showing all that stuff, but exams are kind of gotten in the way. And it's okay with the vanilla server because I've got just so much to do in this, and a lot of it's a lot of small work and just easy stuff that I can kind of record and get done in a half-an-hour video, and without really any cuts, which is great. We've got our cat there. We kind of need to move. I need to get a dog, but the only bits left of the island to do is this area here. This is literally the end of the terraforming that has to be done, is this area. Everywhere else has all its paths besides the bridge at the end that's going to go to the wishing well. I'm going to do that one of the last things, I think. So besides that, that is mainly everything. But there's also something else I need to address, and that is, by the time you guys seen this episode, there will be another video on my channel that some might be okay with, some might not be, and I just kind of want to address that today. I was approached by a guy called Monsters. Monsters is part of a multiplayer server for... why did I put Birch in there? That doesn't make sense. He is part of a multiplayer server for YouTubers. Their server is called Affinity. And he approached me and asked, would I be interested? And after reviewing their channels and looking at their website and their Twitters and all that sort of stuff, I accepted. And you guys most likely would have seen the first episode, which is just a tour episode, really, of me being on that server. But that is going to be a new series. That's going to take the Wednesday slot. Wednesdays have always been really bad for me. Like, I've never really had a good episode to come out on Wednesdays. Like, I used to do tutorials and things like that, but I only did like 4 of them, then I bloody stopped. But I do want to get back into them. But the plan is to have the Affinity server take on the Wednesday slot, so there'll be at least one video a week. I might do maybe another one on the weekend, but for all the people that watch the Jsano Fan Server stuff, and everyone that's on the Jsano Fan Server that actually watches these videos, don't worry, don't think I'm leaving. That is not the case. I'm actually going to shear all this stuff because that might be useful. That is not the case. I'm going to still keep this series going at the same time as the Affinity server, so I'm going to be running 2 vanilla SMPs, practically 2 vanilla multiplayer series, which is going to be interesting to see, because I think my biggest problem with accepting the Affinity, like accepting to go on the server, was the fact that I don't, like, all the ideas I had were for this server, and so obviously I can't do the same thing, like a same sort of similar build. So like, there's been times where I've talked about, okay, let's build my castle, but I've been not sure when. I could build the castle on that server, but then I've also got my other things that I want to build, like I've got Evil Lair that I want to have a go at. I have Western. I want to do a Western style town. More particular, I want to try to build one of the towns in Red Dead Redemption. It was one of my favourite games. I haven't played it for a while now though. Wasn't too much of a fan. Oh, all the shares are gone. Let's go get some more. Wasn't too much of a fan of the multiplayer. Couldn't really get into it too much, but the single player I really liked. And I was thinking maybe trying to replicate one of the towns from Armadillo on that server. I was going to do it here, but to be honest, this modern island's taking a lot longer than I thought it would. But that's because like we still got a lot of things to do. Oh, there goes my phone. But anyway, yeah, so it comes down to more me just deciding to evenly spread my ideas on both servers. So I'm not going to neglect either one, and the Feed the Beast will still continue as well. So yeah, and I hope you guys enjoy the Affinity server. Like the guys that are on there are a brilliant bunch actually. I've enjoyed talking to a few of them and getting to know them. And it's kind of just interesting to be a part of something that is like YouTuber based, you know, because like as much as the fan server is great for that as well, like there's a few of us that are like YouTubers and actually upload videos, not everyone is. Like that hints the name fan server, you know. So it's going to be a bit fun, you know, actually being on a server that I know everyone records, everyone makes content for and all that sort of stuff. But no way in hell am I walking away from the Jsano Fan Server because, well, I enjoy the community that I've grown into because this is my first ever multiplayer server, and I've got some amazing builds on here. Like I really enjoy this project. It was a bit of a wild card because I'd never built modern before in Minecraft, so it was a real big wild card, and if it didn't work out, then it probably would have changed my perspective of the server in a way of how I was playing it. But I'm happy how the modern build kind of turned out. Like we still got quite a lot to do, but nowhere near as much as difficult as I thought it was going to be building modern. But it seems that quartz really does help with the modern stuff. It definitely is my favorite block. Like a few people have asked me like what is my favorite block, and I have to say it's quartz because yeah, it's a bitch to get. I admit that it is a real bitch to get, but it is a brilliant block. So wow, we've got a lot of grass, which is kind of good in a way. So after all that being said, just to sum it up, that I will be playing on both the servers and I'll be treating them both equally, so no one has to worry. You guys won't see any change in schedule. The guys on the server won't really see any change in activity because I'm relatively on most of the time that I have free moments, really. And I've already been on a bit thin, like not as much as I usually am because of the exams and things like that. So it would just be roughly the same as what it is now, which doesn't seem to be too bad. My biggest issue with this is this area here. I'm thinking if I should do another fountain or not, but I don't know if I should or shouldn't. Or I was thinking maybe some sort of like gazebo or something. But let's just place some random stuff. Like the point with all this is to never follow like a pattern or anything. You know, you just place randomly, and we can hide lights and things like that. Let's do that. That seems fair. Let's now mix it up a bit. So let's grab some birch. Put birch here. Let's get rid of you. Put birch here, and this one could be the only one that has jungle on it. So there's going to be a lot of bushes, a lot of things. Even that seems a bit too neat, but if we have like a tree like right here, so let's just place like a stump here or something. Because trees in, like the custom trees that I'm trying to do as well at the moment, they're not the easiest thing to try and build. They're a bit tricky because you can't really go with it all the time. I kind of want that to come from here. that. Let's delete you. Let's get you there. I need something here. This needs to go like this way, a tiny bit. And you need a... So yeah, the custom trees are a bit hard to do. Like a lot of the times, like that one I built over there was a lot of tearing down, pulling, like bringing back ideas and things like that. I actually kind of think that one should be there and that one should be there, or should be like that. No. How can we do this? I think this guy should be one out. Yeah, okay, let's focus on some of the custom trees at the moment. So let's do like this. Should be one out again. The cat is gonna meow the whole time, ain't he? Alright, let's do this. So if we have that. Yeah, I'm not overly liking this position that I'm doing it in. If we go like... kind of like wrap it. Yeah, let's get rid of all this. I think this is what's throwing me. I'm trying to keep the bush there, but I think that should change. And my phone is ringing, so in that case... Okay guys, sorry about that. Yeah, it was kind of a bit of an important phone call that I had to take. But anyway, back to what we were doing. Me contemplating random designs for this damn tree. And the problem with these trees is that when I build it, I do it so many times. I build it up, build it down, just the trunk. The leaves itself aren't too bad. The leaves actually wasn't... At first I didn't like it, and I was going to change the trunk for that tree, but then I was like, no, let's just play it through. And I eventually found a pattern I liked, and it worked out. But with this tree, I don't know, I'm trying to make a smaller version of that, and I don't know if it's going to work. I might have to look at different patterns, which means I'm going to rip this down for the moment. But the unfortunate thing is that that phone call did actually take quite a while, and it has taken out a lot of time that I have, and I think I'm going to have to call this episode quitsies. I have to cut it a bit short, unfortunately. Was doomed. Oh no. Yeah, because I am very pushed for time. As you guys know, I am studying for exams, and I can't afford to be online too much sometimes. So, I just like to... I don't know, I've really just realised we've done literally bugger all this episode. It's really been a real talking one, just me talking to you guys. So it's really like a 0.5 episode, but we'll just leave it at that, I say. But I'll just remind you guys, once again, that you guys won't see much of a change in scheduling or any at all. Like, this will still come out its usual Mondays and Fridays for Australian times. Affinity is going to take in the Wednesday slots, and Feed the Beast will return on the Tuesdays and Thursdays. I have been putting out PvP events and things like that. Although there is one big PvP event that's coming out that has a few of us in there. At least 7 of us. It's Seth Bling's building game, but I won't tell you guys who's in it. I'll leave that as a surprise. But unfortunately, I think I have to call this it, because I'm really pushed for time, guys. And hopefully we can pick off in the next episode, maybe building the tree, or looking at the nightclub, or something in Spawn, like maybe the town hall, I think might be best. So as usual, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry that this has been a more talky episode, and not really me doing anything. I've really done jack shit, to be honest. But oh well, there was a lot of stuff that needed to be said, I have a guess. But as usual, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Catch you later, guys.